Hi guys! So I know we're all stuck in this difficult situation where we feel like we're back in 2020 and it's like a major deja vu feeling, as you saw in my last vlog. But I thought I could do something to help you out and embrace the deja vu-ness of the situation and do something I did last year as well. So last year I shared my quarantine watch list with you. This year I'm going to call it my lockdown watch list because I'm a big consumer of content. As you know, I use that term because I watch a lot of stuff online, and that's what makes me feel good when I'm like stuck at home or can't do anything. And OST platforms have really been a blessing over the last 1 year. So these are my current top 20 shows. Some of them I haven't watched. I'm like looking at, like, this is my actual watch list for the lockdown. So some that I've watched, some that I'm looking forward to watching. Here we go. Number one, Seaspiracy. Okay, this is on Netflix. I will also put all the details of all the shows in the description so you can check them out there if you're interested in getting the list and watching them and stuff like that. So Seaspiracy is something I watched like recently. It's a documentary about how fishing is kind of depleting our marine life, and overfishing, and the whole industry has completely like blown up. And yes, it did have an impact on me. I'm someone that eats a lot of seafood, and I did watch it and feel like, oh my God, like it's crazy how we think we're, ethical farming or whatever is still unethical, and how there are all these gray areas and loopholes. And whether you're someone that eats fish or not, this is a must watch because it is really quite daunting, and it is like really eye-opening, and it will leave you wondering if you should be still eating fish or not. So yeah, I would definitely watch that. Then we have The Serpent, of course, our very own in-house Desi murderer story. So you had Charles Shobraj, who was a serial killer, and I didn't even know of him until I think a couple of years ago Weber mentioned and said someone looks like Charles Shobraj, and I was like, who's that? And he was like, what, you don't know Charles Shobraj? And I was like, no. And then I googled him and stuff, and then when I heard this show is about him, I was like, oh my God, I want to watch this. And it's crazy that like so much of this happened in India, and of course it was way before our time, but really like, you're like, what? So yeah, watch it. Then we have WandaVision on Hotstar. Love the show. One of my favorites over the last few months, I would say. It's a Marvel show, and it takes you through like many years. And yeah, it's just worth watching. Like if you've missed it, watch it. If you're looking for an English show that gives you all the feels, This Is Us. There is nothing like This Is Us. I have been watching this show since it launched, and even now the current season, which is ongoing, is so hard hitting because they are in the pandemic. You guys have heard me talk about this in my favorites a lot because I love the show. Like even the current season, it hits so hard and so close to home because we're all in this, right? We're experiencing this, the mask, the pandemic, and you're like watching and you're like, oh my God, like it's happening to them as well. And it's just a beautiful show. Must watch. Schitt's Creek, many seasons of one of the best shows, and yeah, I'm a little late to the party. Web have loved this show, I think a year and a half ago, and I remember I was watching it over his shoulder, and it was in one of my favorites videos because I used to watch it vicariously. Like while he was watching, I'd be playing Candy Crush and watching, and then I felt like I missed a lot in the middle, and I kind of lost it, so I'm restarting it. Like I've restarted watching the whole thing because it's such a great show. Like it's funny, it's got all the masala, and it's like, it's really iconic. Like I think it's like, I wouldn't say it's the Friends of our time because obviously, Friends is like Friends forever, but like, something along those lines. Like it's an iconic show that you have to watch start to finish, and now's the best time because you're locked in, you have a lot of time. Watch all the seasons. Bridgerton. the Duke has left the building. So they've renewed it for season 2, but the Duke is not in season 2. So watch season 1 if you missed it, because the Duke ain't coming back, my friends. But yeah, it's a great show. If you loved like Downton Abbey and that kind of like that Victorian vibe, you will love this. It's like full of sex, full of drama, full of masala. And it's just a really nice show to binge watch. Then the first movie on my list, yeah, there are movies also, guys. It's movies and shows. Sorry, forgot to mention that in the intro. Is Downhill. It's the last movie I saw. It's really funny. It's about a family on a ski holiday, and I don't want to like ruin the like the plot for you guys, but it was really funny, and it was just like something we watched. Like the last time I saw Weber before lockdown, we just watched it one afternoon, and now's a great time for comedy because we could all use some laughter, and I think that's the perfect movie for that. Okay, there are not so many K-dramas on this list, guys. I would have put like all K-dramas, if you know what I mean, but I try to keep it more English for you guys. But the Penthouse is one of those amazing K-dramas. Like Chloe was like so last year. This is like 2021. Season 2 is on right now. They've already renewed for season 3, which is really rare in K-dramas. They usually have one season. But I watched Penthouse season 1, went straight into season 2 because there was all this hype online about the show. One of the best K-dramas ever. It's got like drama, masala, fashion, everything. And like normally we all swoon over like the lead actors, but the actress in this one, man, like it will blow your mind. So even if you don't want to watch other K-dramas, watch Penthouse. Then we have the next movie on my list, Tenet. Again, everybody is obviously talking about this movie, and a few months ago it was all over like the internet. Everyone's like, oh my god, Tenet. Again, watched it recently. Mind was blown, very confused, still didn't understand a lot of it, but that's why you should watch it, because those kind of movies are also interesting because they question like your beliefs and make you question many things, and then you're like, kya ho raha hai? Meko samajh mein nahi aa raha hai, kya ho raha hai? And that's what I kept asking Weber. I was like, I don't get it. Do you get it? I don't get it. Do you get it? And he was asking me the same in parts, but it was really worth watching. Also, I felt like I loved it and I was really keen to watch it. Why? Because parts of it are shot in Colaba. Of course, apni Dimple Kapadia is also in it, and they shot on like Mars and my usual dog walking route. Let me show you. So if you see, these are the arches that they walk through. You see that in the back of the carpet house when they're walking past, and then they walk all the way through the other side. So yeah, I was like, oh my god, that's Afghan Carpet House. Oh my god, that's Churchill Chambers. And as I was watching it, and I was very excited because there's just that one shot of them walking by. But yeah, it's worth watching. Then on a more serious note, we have The Year Earth Changed, narrated by David Attenborough. Oh my god. You know, I feel like we've all been so like thinking COVID and seeing only the negative in this year, right? And this documentary, I think it's on Apple TV, will make you really see the positive side of it, of how nature has benefited from us slowing down this year, how so many species that were dwindling have had the best breeding season yet, and how animals and nature have flourished. There's even a shot of a guy in India where he sees the Himalayas, and how his picture went viral, where they've never seen the Himalayas from their house, but they could see it because of the lockdown and, you know, no pollution. And it really opens your eyes out to a lot of the issues that we create as humans. And this, I feel like, is a great way to see the positive side of this year. Of course, yes, we've lost a lot of life impact it's had on the environment or nature, animals. So yeah, I would definitely watch it. Then we have one of my favorites, Formula One Drive to Survive. It is, as I said, I think in my favorites video also I said the third season is amazing. Like I kept thinking it's going to get worse and more boring because, you know, it slows down. But it gets better and better. Season 3 is amazing, which is the latest season. Watch that if you just want to watch one. But I would say watch all. Love the show. Even if you're not a Formula One fan, this gives you great insight into the sport, how the teams function, the drivers, you know, what they go through, the funding, all of that. And it's really interesting. So definitely check that out. Then we have Bombay Begums. I really enjoyed this show because Pooja Bhatt was back, and to see her on screen after like a really long time was nice. And I just enjoyed the show also. I thought it was a really like rather, you know, masaledar, come realistic like show, and I really enjoyed it, so I would definitely recommend that one. I Care a Lot. Okay, that's the next movie on my list. Again, this was, I think, my favorite movie a couple of months ago. I'm also going to pause for 1 second so you can hear the birds. Can you hear that? How beautiful is that? This is exactly what happens in what they tell you in the year Earth changed. Like birds we haven't heard in years. Like in a place like Bombay, like here, Colaba is always full of traffic. And yeah, you do have traffic now, but it's obviously not like usual and not honking. And now you actually hear the birds as well. So yeah, I mean, it's actually brought us back to that at least. But coming back to the movie, I Care a Lot. Okay, I Care a Lot is one of my favorite movies of the year. It's about the Guardianship Act, and I think it's obviously become popular because of Britney Spears and all of that. But this is more about older people and how they are taken into the system, and everything they own is, you know, it's so manipulative and it can be misused, and it'll make your blood boil. Like as I watched it, I was getting so angry, but it's a must watch. Like definitely watch that. Then we have K-drama number 2, Promise. It's the last one on the list. Vincenzo. Okay, Song Joong Ki is like amazing in this, and it's an ongoing drama again. Really slick, really cool. He's a lawyer, so you know, got great suits again, amazing fashion, amazing plot. There's everything: action, love, drama, masala. It's a K-drama you don't want to miss. Then we have Normal People, which was actually, I think, one of the best shows of 2020. Like, I think it's on a lot of lists, and it's a very different show. Yes, there's a lot of sex and nudity warning, so do not like want to sit down and maybe watch this with your Indian family. They might be scandalized, be like, oh my god, okay. But yeah, it's a great show. It's about 2 young people, and you know, it's amazing that how we're all messed up in our lives and how we're all complex, and it's got love and emotions and everything. Then we have The White Tiger, which is the next movie on my list. Again, when it came out, I think there was a lot of hype, but then I feel like a lot of people still haven't watched it. So if you haven't watched it, definitely now is the time to check it out in your like movie watch list. Really good. When I watched it, I remember sitting and going like, oh my god, like mind blown. And I remember I watched it on Webber's recommendation, and I called him after, and he was like, right. Like, it's one of those movies that is that good that I think like everybody that's watched it is like, wow. So definitely check it out if you haven't. Then we have The Undoing. Okay, this is definitely like one of my most favorite shows of last year. Came out towards the end of last year. Man, like Hugh Grant, Nicole Kidman in this show are so good. And it's again one of those shows that, you know, grips you, and you really like, you want to watch each episode, and you're like, oh my god. It's of course about murder, and like, you know, and you don't want to believe anyone. So it's like really gripping. And if you haven't watched that, definitely watch that. Up next, we have Soul. It's an animated film, but it's a really sweet animated film. I remember, I think I watched it sometime in January when my nephews came here to like stay over with me, and that's usually when I watch animated films. I haven't seen one otherwise in a while. But man, it was such a cute film, such a lovely film about a person when they die and their soul. And I thought it was such a lovely way to teach children about death, or not to be like, oh my god, like ghost, and you know, like it was more like souls. And really loved the movie. So if you're looking for some wholesome animated stuff, Soul. Now the last two on my list, even I haven't watched. These are actually on my current watch list. Sound of Metal. Okay, this movie is supposed to be fantastic. I don't know how we all missed it last year. It is nominated for a ton of Oscars, and it's something I want to watch like definitely over the next few days. I've added it to like my watch list, and yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out. You should too. Then we have Searching for Sheela, or Sheela, which is coming out on Thursday, I think, like next week. But It is about Sheela from obviously Wild Wild Country, and that was one of the best documentaries I've ever watched, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more about Sheela. So guys, those are the 20 shows and movies I would recommend that you watch right now while you're home, or do whatever keeps you sane. But yeah, I thought I could help you guys with a watch list, since these are things I've watched, I've loved. So yeah, this really works for me. Whenever I'm feeling low, just get into bed, watch a great show, watch a great movie, and you feel better. So yeah, I hope this helps you as well. So if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Also comment below with your watch list, stuff that you guys have loved or would recommend. I would love to add those to my list as well, since we have some time on our hands now. And also hit that applause button if you enjoyed this video. See you guys. Bye.